So, I'm having a really hard time. Every time, like, I think about it, I think about, oh no, I can't go sit down. I'm gonna go sit down and hang out with the baby or whatever, but I can't because there's nothing to do out there to pass my time. You know what I mean? Like, I used to leave the TV on so that she would have something to listen to, so that it would look like she would feel like people were still in there. Like, well, there's just nothing there. And then I think about what happened, and I think about how hard I worked, and I think about how long it took, and like I'm past the point of being mad. Like I never was mad. I was initially just like worried about Desmond, and then after that I was just sad because it was such a struggle to get it. And for a long time when my life was going bad, like that was the only thing I had, you know. It was like the biggest item in my house, most expensive, like I said, other than my washer and dryer, which, by the way, I didn't even purchase. That was donated to me because of Elora's heart surgery, because it was very important to keep the incision clean when it was still healing, and I was not able to wash the clothes in the sink and hang them up to dry to like germ satisfaction. Like I knew I wouldn't be able to wash them. They would be fine for me and for Desmond and everybody else to wear, but they would still, you know, have some germs on them. And that's not, if it got into her incision, it would have been really, really bad for her. So I contacted Love Inc. and they were generous enough to hook us up with a voucher for a washer and dryer, and that's how I got those. So I didn't even buy those myself. I bought the TV. I worked for the TV myself. And so I'm finding it very discouraging. I'm finding it very sad. And to just think that I have to put in all that effort all over again to get another one. And like the reason that I got it the way I did was because I knew I would never have enough money all at once to go buy, you know, a 60-inch 4K Ultra HD TV with all the smart TV stuff. And I don't have a box, I don't have an antenna, I don't have any of that stuff. So I had to have like the smart TV, so the smart TV bits so that it would pick up Netflix and Hulu and everything, you know. And I knew I would never be able to save up that much money. It was like $20 a week for like 6 years. I stopped paying there for a little while. I had to give it back when I had Desmond because I wasn't making any money, so I couldn't keep it. But they just held it for me until I got back to work, and I followed this thing. It's gone like through my friggin' life with me, you know, and it just feels like a lot of wasted effort and time, and it's just gone, and so quickly gone. And it made me think about how, you know, it's like that with everybody. It's not just like that with things. I turned off the baby's heart monitor the other night because I was switching out her electrodes for it. And when you take them off, it goes off crazy, and I didn't want to listen to it. So I turned it off before I took them off so I could fix them. And then in my slumber or my sleepiness, you know, and my haste, I guess, I forgot to turn it back on. I just realized like this morning that I hadn't turned it off or turned it back on. And so then like my heart just dropped because like it just sank to my toes because she could have stopped breathing. 2 nights in a row she could have stopped breathing, and I wouldn't know because I forgot to turn her monitor back on. And that's really terrifying too, you know, and it's kind of all connected to this whole message that I got, I guess, for today, is that life is too short, and it could happen at any time. Anything could happen at any time. And That's one of the reasons why I started this channel, or whatever this thing is going to be, because I'm tired of waiting for shit to come to me. I have to go out and get it. So here I am. I'm going to do some interesting videos every single day. Hopefully, like this morning I woke up and I was going through my calendar, and I was concerned a little bit because I didn't really have anything going on, and I knew I wanted to do an interesting video for today, and I'm like, I don't even know what I can do that's going to be interesting. And then it's handed to me on a silver platter, and it just reaffirms this whole feeling I had. It started last night when I checked her monitor and it didn't work, or it wasn't on. Like, I started thinking about how short everything is, and how, our money troubles, we're not going to be able to get out of it unless we do something about it, and we're not going to be able to provide for the kids unless we work hard and stay on top of things. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to finally put my compassion and insight and shed some light on some things that I think really need to have light shed on them right now. One of the biggest things that I plan to do is incorporate Alora and her quality of life into the videos. I don't know how much you guys pay attention to stuff like that, but there's a seriously disturbing trend of parents aborting children simply because they have Down syndrome. And I'm not saying that it can't be something that is going to take away quality of life from a child. I'm not saying it can't be like that, because sometimes it is. But for the majority of Down syndrome people, they live relatively normal lives and very fulfilling ones, and they fulfill your lives back. And I think it's very important to show the way that Desmond interacts with her, and the way that he loves her, and how she loves him, and she can make us smile and we can make her smile, and there's nothing, she's just like every other little girl. She doesn't eat with her mouth. She eats through the G-tube, She's doing stuff that they thought she would never do. She came out of a 90% chance of death before even being born. And then again, low odds for her heart surgery and her catheterization and everything else. She went into the hospital a week after she got out of the NICU. She went right back to the PICU with respiratory failure. She was on an intubator for a month. She's an amazing person. And there's no way that you can tell me that she doesn't deserve to be here. And I feel like that is something that some people are perpetuating. That's an opinion that they're perpetuating. By all means, I am pro-choice, so I agree with your choice to do that for you. But I want to show you that a Down syndrome diagnosis does not necessarily mean something bad. And I feel very strongly about this subject, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. We're going to be doing some cooking. I got some recipes of my very own that I've made up that I'm going to do and show you in the Instant Pot. We're going to do arts and crafts. We're going to do comedy and sketches and all kinds of cool things. And I'm really excited to start this journey with all of you guys. So thank you for watching, and thank you for all of the comments and shares and likes that I've gotten so far. Please, please keep them coming. The more you share it, the more people see it, the more that we can get this going. And hopefully I'll be able to make a living out of my art finally. Thank you. I love you guys.